Many organizations today are ISO certified. They pass surveillance audits every year. They proudly display certificates on the wall. But still, processes are not followed. The same problems keep repeating. Customer complaints don't reduce. Firefighting becomes normal. So the real question is, if ISO is implemented, why is nothing actually improving? The answer is simple. ISO does not fail. Hi, I'm Sagar Naik, founder of Swades QMS and a quality consultant. I work closely with MSMEs, manufacturing units, and growing organizations. I have seen ISO systems that actually work, and I have seen ISO systems that exist only on paper. In this video, I will explain the real reasons of ISO fails, and most importantly, what mindset needs to be changed. Reason number one: ISO is done only for the certificate. The biggest reason ISO fails is intent. Many organizations implement ISO only because a customer is demanding it, tender required it, an export order needed it. So the focus becomes, what document does the auditor want? What formats should we prepare? How do we close audit points quickly? ISO becomes a project for certification, not a system for management. I have seen this many times. 3 months before audit activities increases, files are updated, people are briefed, training records are filled, but once the certificate comes, everything slowly stops. Let me ask one thing on this. If ISO is a system, why does it work only during audit season? That's where the failure begins. Reason number two: ownership is pushed to the quality department. Another major reason ISO fails is wrong ownership. ISO is often treated as the responsibility of quality manager, MR, QA team. This is a serious mistake. ISO is not a quality department system, it is a management system. Processes belong to sales, purchase, production, maintenance, HR. But what usually happens? Quality prepares document, quality conducts audits, quality closes non-conformities, and other departments say ISO is a QA job. When ownership is pushed away from process owners, ISO becomes paperwork. Without leadership ownership, no system survives. Reason number three: too much documentation, too little practice. Many organizations believe more documents equal to better ISO system. So they create long procedures, complex formats, multiple registers, documents nobody actually uses. But let's be honest. People don't follow documents, people follow habits and daily practices. I have seen beautifully written SOPs, but operators doing the job completely differently. ISO never asks for perfect documents. ISO expects effective processes. Documentation should support work, clarify expectations, help people do the right job. If documents are not used on the shop floor, they are already failing, even if auditors expect them. Reason number four: internal audits are done as a formality. Internal audits are one of the strongest tools in ISO, but in reality, many internal audits are done just tick a box. What usually happens? Same checklist every year, same findings every year. Auditors avoid uncomfortable questions. Real problems are ignored. Why? Because audits are done to satisfy certification audits and not to improve systems. I often see internal audits completed in one day with zero meaningful non-conformities. Let me clear. If internal audits don't reveal problems, external audits eventually will, or customer will. Strong internal audits make ISO powerful. Weak audits make ISO useless. Reason number five: management review is just a meeting. Management review is meant to be the brain of the ISO system. It should review performance, analyze trends, take decisions, allocate resources. But in many companies, management review looks like this: same PPT every year, same graphs, same conclusions, no decisions, no follow up. It becomes a ritual, not a review. When leadership does not use data to take decisions, ISO loses its strategic value. ISO works only when management review is honest, critical, and action oriented. Reason number six: corrective actions exists only on paper. Problems are normal. ISO does not expect zero problems. It expects effective corrective action. But many organizations rush to close non-conformities. Write generic causes. Focus on closure, not prevention. So what happens? The same issues repeats every year. The same observations return. The system never mature. Quality may facilitate RCA, but real success depends on process owner's ownership. Without ownership, corrective action becomes paperwork. What actually makes ISO work? ISO works when leadership owns the system, processes are simple and practical. People understand why controls exist. Audits are honest and value driven. Data is used for decision improvement. Is continuous, not cosmetic. When ISO is treated as a business discipline, results automatically follow. ISO is not extra work, it is a structured work. ISO does not fail because the standard is wrong. ISO fails because it is implemented with the wrong intent. It is owned by the wrong people. It is maintained only for the audits. It is not practiced daily. The day organizations start using ISO as a management tool instead of a certification requirement, everything changes. If this resonates with you, subscribe to Swades QMS. In upcoming videos, I will explain how to fix these ISO failures, how auditors really think, how ISO can reduce cost and firefighting. Comment fail if you have seen ISO failing in your organization. Let's build quality systems that work, not just certificates.